What is going on, y'all? Happy Friday evening. We are here. Hey, I have a big podcast episode. Giving folks a minute. I'm not going to do my old fancy intro or anything crazy tonight because I don't feel like it because I'm going to be on here for I don't know, 20 minutes. We have a big podcast episode dropping for those that follow the show. It's pretty monumental. Not underselling it at all. Have our first official guest on the show. Alex Zetlow of the Charlotte Observer joined me last night as we talk through quite a few things, posted about it. I'm excited for that. I think it was about a 45-minute interview into everything from mini camp that's coming up, OTAs, the blueprint, stadium renovations, the impact of those stadium renovations to the people of Charlotte. Where's the money coming from? I mean, he's got it all broken down for you. So if you are interested in any of that, I highly recommend tuning in at 8 o'clock. That will go live on the YouTube channel. It is out on podcast platforms right now, so you could get an early listen if you're an Apple person, or if you're on Spotify, guess what? You can watch it directly on there. We have that available. Also, I got to talk to Alex about the quote from Adam Thielen that blew up earlier this week. And for those that are unfamiliar, I'll try and pull up the article here. Let's see. Sorry, y'all. Trying to get my computer pulled up. So there was an article earlier this week, and in that article, there was a quote from Adam Thielen about, I'll get it pulled up here, about the stadium. Let's see if I can share this. The state of the Panthers facilities, I should say. That's probably a better. So if you haven't had a chance to go out there, I'm not going to spoil the whole article, but really what happened is this little tidbit here, I think they're behind a little bit as far as facilities, turned into this huge thing right here. We probably have the worst facilities in the NFL right now, and I don't think there's anybody who would argue that. There's more, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You got to go play football and you got to win games. But this this quote took off across the entire spectrum of, what am I trying to say, of the sports world as it relates to the NFL. But I got to talk to Alex about this, like how did this come about? I'm not going to, again, you'll have to listen to the show to understand more about how he got to this point. He also talks about how it got here from the point that like he was the only person at the press conference. This wasn't even related to anything Panthers. It was a charity event, and he just happened to be the only Panthers reporter that was there and was able to bring it up. So you will have to tune in for that. But I'm excited about that episode. It's the first episode where I brought on a guest officially that was not Nolan. For those who don't know, Nolan's our oldest 14-year-old who loves to talk about the Ravens. He was begging me the other day to come on here. We'll probably have him back at some point soon as I sit here and try to watch food as it cooks and also watching some college baseball. But I'm excited for this. This is a really big moment for me and this show. One, just the validating that what I am doing, to have people that, professionally do this come on here and decide to talk to me about Panthers, and people that are there talking to the players every single day, reporting on the team. It's just the beginning. This is a really good time and opportunity for me to do this right now with, summer being slower, training camps the next thing after mini camp. We got lots of time, not a lot of storylines. So taking advantage of that. And then hopefully when we get into the season, I can kind of build out a cadence as we build my deposit of content creators, deposit of reporters, writers, trying to bring on anyone and everyone that we can. I did have the writer that covers Tampa Bay, and let me make sure I get this right. He liked the tweet when I asked him to come on to the show, but I don't know if we'll be able to get him. Give me one sec. Rick Stroud. Rick Stroud, 60,000 followers. He's a writer for TampaBay.com. Covers all things Tampa Bay. I thought he'd be a fantastic guest to talk about Dave Canales, to talk about expectations for the Bucs coming into this year. I've got a Falcons podcast that's lined up, so I will be bringing on a NFC South. I may expand beyond the NFC South because I got a Cowboys guy, I got a Bengals guy, I got a Bears guy. So it should get fun, and it's nice for me to come on to these things and not that I don't have to work, but to kind of relax a little bit and let others, provide their knowledge, share it out. It's going to be good. So I'm excited for all that. After this episode that premieres tonight, I've already got 2 more guests that we're lining up next week. I'm not going to give away any information on those. We have 2 guests lined up next week, both podcast content creators that you are likely familiar with. I'll be bringing them onto the show. Working down from there, I've got another list of probably 4 or 5 other guys that I'm going to bring on here. And then taking that, I'm also looking at creating my own list, like expanding beyond, of other people that I would like to have come onto the show at some point. So I'm going to keep that list running, which I'm excited for. All right, my stuff is about to explode over here. So y'all, I guess I can take this with me. We'll try this. I can't really see what's going on here. Yeah, that's not a great view. Holding it down like that. You know what? I'm gonna leave it here for yeah, I can't really cook food, so I will be back in just a second. If you want to hang around, I guess I can keep talking while I cook stuff over here. Maybe, maybe not. And I want to say this is probably done. I will be back if you are just now tuning into the show and staring at a blank wall and wondering what the heck is going on over there. Let's see. Probably just saw the cat come across the screen. Hold. Let me mute myself real fast. All right, I had to yell at Alexa. You probably didn't want to hear me yelling at Alexa. We are here to talk a little bit of baseball as we take a look at the super regionals that are happening this weekend. Let's see if I can pull up. I was at work today and I saw the Florida State score. They dominated in their first game. Let's share what we got here. So super regionals, we have a 3-game series. It is 4-2 West Virginia. West Virginia is losing, I should say. It's 4-2. North Carolina's up. West Virginia just scored a run at the plate, 2 outs, runner on second, top of the 4th. All right, let's look at the scores from earlier today. Your regionals, Tennessee, number 1 overall seed, taking care of business 11-6 over Evansville. Game number 2, which if they win, they'll advance to the College World Series, is tomorrow at 11 a.m. That is an early start on ESPN2. Tallahassee, Florida State, completely dominating UConn 24-4 as the overall number 8 seed. UConn, whose coach seems to be headed to the NBA, also getting dominated on the baseball diamond. I do think they'll be okay. The 11 a.m. start, is this, I feel like part of me feels like this is, I guess it is Eastern time. I was thinking maybe it's Central, but anyways, Charlottesville with Virginia and Kansas State, 7 o'clock tonight. So I guess that probably is just underway on ESPN2. North Carolina, West Virginia happening now. North Carolina and LSU were had two of the most watched regional games in college baseball history. So I think that's why UNC got bumped to ESPN. I shouldn't say bumped, promoted to ESPN for tonight's game. They'll be on ESPN2 tomorrow night against West Virginia. And again, game 3 if necessary on Sunday. Kentucky, Oregon State underway. I don't know the score. Georgia and NC State. Oh, that's weird. I guess we do have a few. These 3 series. Oh, sorry, and Kentucky. So these 4 series start tomorrow. So these are the 4 series that. Try to remember that. So we have 4 series kicking off tonight. The other 4 will kick off tomorrow. So Kentucky, Oregon State, Georgia, NC State for our NC State fans, Clemson, Florida, Texas A&M, Oregon. I am not a college baseball aficionado when it comes to this stuff. I'm trying to watch what's going on there. Well, it's a great time. And if maybe you're a semi-fan of baseball or college sports, I'd recommend. I'm watching this play at the plate. I don't know how the West Virginia guy was out. I mean, the ball was there or safe. He got around the tag. I mean, the ball was there a second before the guy slid. He just slid around the tag. Good for him. Let's see what. That's all I got there. Anyways, I think that's gonna do it for me tonight as I get ready to eat dinner. And Premiere, I also should say, as we talk about the content, podcast, all that fun stuff, that I am going to try to get more consistent. I haven't decided just yet on carving out a day where I can go live every single week that, you would know, hey, this is when the Two Growls One Roar channel is going to go live. I can easily tune in versus this sporadic as I feel like it. Although I just try to go whenever possible, but we'll have that soon. Anyways, folks, that's going to wrap for me. I hope y'all have a great night. Please tune in to the show. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the Two Growls One Roar channel on YouTube. And until then,